Hello, Internet! We are on Pokemon Showdown. We're going to do some games with a different team. A team with a Kangaskhan in it, which is new to me. I mean, it might have been around for 2 years, but I've never really used Kangaskhan that much, so hopefully this will be interesting. I know I've done a few of these Showdown lives, but Jamie Miller has got a new camera for me, so when I do some Battle Spot lives, you know, maybe from next week onwards, the quality should be a bit better, you know, fingers crossed. But for now, let's try and do some games with this. I've done a few games with this already, just now, and it hasn't gone too good, to be honest. This team, I mean, it's not really... Well, actually, thinking about it, I actually built this team a really long time ago, but I didn't really use it when I built it. So I went back to it a few days ago and I thought, that looks kind of nice. But now I'm sort of seeing how it can easily be picked apart, really. In theory, it's got some nice things going on. There's a Raichu and a Azumarill that I do like. I like Blaziken, I like... well, that's about it, really. Kangaskhan I'm a bit funny on. Ferrothorn is too slow to fit the style of the team, really. It doesn't really support its teammates much. Togekiss, I like Togekiss, but I don't think it's that good. But let's do some games, let's see how we go. He has got his own Togekiss. Redirection is one big thing that messes up Blaziken, so however nice Blaziken looks here, I need to get rid of that Togekiss first. And it's going to be a job because Ferrothorn is so slow, and that's really the only thing that I've got that can hit it really hard. I don't know, maybe Kangaskhan and Togekiss to sort of power up punch and do some stuff like that might be nice. Let's actually go with Togekiss and Azumarill. Let's also take Blaziken, but also, do we want Kangaskhan or do we want Ferrothorn? I think Ferrothorn. Sorry, Kangaskhan. We're just going to leave you out of this one. Yeah, I'm going to Follow Me and Belly Drum here, I think. I'm just going to hope that Togekiss survives this turn. If it's a bulky Rotom, oh well, it's withdrawing his Conkeldurr, so no, you know, Poison Jab or whatever. So Togekiss survives, which is nice, but Aegislash. Oh, Aegislash. See, this is what I was, you know, just sort of, I touched on at the team preview. I've got Ferrothorn, which, you know, can beat Rotom, but if I brought it in, Ferrothorn is slow, it doesn't really offer any pressure, any momentum. Rotom Wash can just get its attack off, Ferrothorn or not, so this is why I'm not really sure Ferrothorn is good for this team, but let's just go for Follow Me in the Play Rough, knock the Rotom out. Even better that he King Shield's there. He was probably expecting a knockoff, because knockoff is actually fairly common now on Azumarill as its you know, sort of main primary attack. Quite funny, really. I mean, I've been using Azumarill, as you know, Belly Drum Azumarill since you know, 2014, right at the beginning of 2014, and now everyone's like using it. It's become such a popular threat in the metagame. Knockoff does make sense because you can hit things like Aegislash, but also you're not worrying about the 10%, you know, shaky accuracy that Play Rough has got, so there is that also. But the Salamence has probably got double edge. Has this Aegislash got substitute? Because if it has got substitute, then I can see him getting one now. But I suppose another thing with Blaziken here is that it is pretty predictable. You're forced into going for a Protect on a number of turns like this one just to get that speed boost. I mean, if the Salamence has got Dragon Dance or whatever, then it's basically a free Dragon Dance, but doesn't look like he does. Doesn't look like he's got substitute either, which is good. Now, I think a Hidden Power Ice... Actually, a Hidden Power Ice should knock the Salamence out, shouldn't it? Shouldn't it? Shouldn't it? Yeah, let's go for a Hidden Power. And even if he goes into Shield form, doesn't really matter. Okay, because, I mean, Azumarill does still knock out this Conkeldurr quite handily, even at plus 3, which we are now. And I can just go for an overheat onto the Aegislash later off. If he brings in the Salamence for the Aegislash slot, Salamence for the Aegislash slot, there we go. You know, to get the special attack drop, which he could have done there, then I had Ferrothorn in the back to sort of play around and shuffle around with, so I think I still would have been in a decent position. So we actually won this first game. What have we got now? Okay, so we've got much more of a standard looking team here. Yeah, definitely more standard. Another Aegislash, 2 steals with the Heatran as well. Thunderous, Sylveon. Yeah, my 2014 team with the Raichu and Azumarill did have an Aegislash of my own so that I could wide guard away things like Earthquakes and, I don't know, Rock Slides, whatever it was back then. There was no Hyper Voices then, but that would still work now. But how shall we go about this? The Aegislash, because like if I go the Kangaskhan route, then the Aegislash worries me. If I go the Azumarill route, then the Kangaskhan kind of worries me. Raichu doesn't really appreciate switching into things either, so yeah, potentially a little bit sticky. I'm going to go with Azumarill and Kangaskhan here, so I've got some options, I suppose. I'm going to take Raichu just in case he wants to bring his Thunderous, and I don't think I've got much of an option. I've got to take Blaziken here. Okay. I'm going to protect the Azumarill, and he wouldn't fake out my Kangaskhan, would he? Don't think he would. So I'm going to go for a Power Up Punch onto his Kangaskhan, actually. Okay. What's he doing? I'm suspicious. Heatwave. Heatran faster than his Kangaskhan. And he goes for the return. Yeah, he couldn't. That's what I was thinking. Because he had the Heatran out there, he couldn't really risk my Azumarill getting the Belly Drum off. Because that would have been very, very problematic for him. But now I can Belly Drum, and I can return his Kangaskhan. Because we saw that my Kangaskhan was faster. His Heatran can't really do anything to my Azumarill. Unless it's got, you know, Power Herb, Solar Beam. Which would be pretty nice, to be honest. Or he can try and burn me. But he fails to burn me. And he forfeits. Okay, so yeah, at that point I've got a +6 and a +2 Kangaskhan, so yeah, looking a bit grim for him. But let's go with one more game then. A Gallade, that's interesting. Yeah, I like Gallade. I've actually been thinking about trying to use Mega Gallade because, well, it's always nice having inner focus, isn't it? You don't want to, you know, you can't flinch. You don't have to, you know, flinch yourself every time you see a Landorus on the field. But it's a pretty nice speed, 110. It is quite fast, quite powerful too. It doesn't reliably one-shot Kangaskhan at -1 though, so that is one problem with it. And it can't one-shot, I don't think anyway, I'm pretty sure it can't one-shot Amoonguss and can just get spoiled back as well, so I suppose that's another problem with it. But I mean, you can have a support one as well, it can have Ally Switch and Wide Guard. But anyway, let's stop fascinating over this Gallade, let's try and get into a game. I can see him bringing the Gastrodon because of my Azumarill here. My Azumarill does a pretty good job against his team actually. So I'm going to go with Togekiss and Azumarill. I'm going to take Raichu and I think Blaziken, just because I can, you know, it's nice to hit the Porygon with, and the Aegislash. Okay. Togekiss might be going down here, but I should get a Belly Drum up with it. I mean, Arcanine is, you know, quite a nice Pokemon actually, because, you know, if it's an offensive one, either banded or with a Life Orb, Extreme Speed will outspeed, like you know, it's in the same priority bracket as things like Rage Powder and Follow Me. I'm pretty sure I'm correct. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but if this Arcanine is faster than Togekiss, which it should be, and I'm sitting here using Follow Me, he can still be Extreme Speeding my Azumarill. Okay, so my Togekiss might be going down here, yeah. So it is more of a support Arcanine. But I suppose I'll trade Togekiss for a +6 Azumarill, because I can quite happily bring Blaziken in here now. And his Gastrodon's going to come in for his Aegislash, isn't it? Yeah. So I'm going to go for a Superpower onto the Arcanine and protect my Azumarill here. Because he might be trying to get a Will-O-Wisp onto my Azumarill. That's how I see this turn playing out. Yeah, there's Gastrodon. There's the Will-O-Wisp. And there's my Superpower, which is a 2-hit KO. That's nice. That's good, that. And he doesn't have any other Intimidators in the back to bring in on another Superpower. So I'm free to Superpower this Arcanine again, because if he brings Aegislash in, then I'm threatening it with a Overheat too. And this Azumarill has got some speed in it. It is naturally faster than Gastrodon as well, isn't it? So I'm hoping that I will be able to outspeed and knock it down. I'm expecting the Gastrodon to protect here though, because him having Gastrodon around is quite important. Yeah, he does bring the Aegislash in, yeah, as I thought, but again, like I said the last turn, I can just overheat it and do the same thing. And by doing this, his Burnt is protected with Gastrodon. Whatever he wants to bring in there is going to go down. Or you can just let his Gastrodon go down as well. Because he might switch his Aegislash out to like his Arcanine maybe, to try and take an Overheat and get another Intimidate or an Intimidate onto my Azumarill. But I don't think I mind him doing that too much. Yeah, we haven't seen this last Pokemon, so not too sure if I should be happy or not, but I think we're in a decent position here. I can see the Aegislash switching out again though, but it would be a bit risky to try and predict that and go for like a Superpower onto that slot. So we're just playing this safely. Yeah, here's the Arcanine. But the Gastrodon should be going down here. Well, Arcanine goes down to the Overheat as well. Like critical hit, I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter. We do hit the Play Rough, which is nice. And Azumarill is free to Aqua Jet everything now. So, oh, he did have Gallade. Okay. So the game isn't over just yet. But at -2, Blaziken wants to come out for Raichu, and I'm just going to protect. Gallade, can't then Faint, can it? Pretty sure it can't. If it can, they don't tend to carry it. Gallade has actually got quite a lot of nice options. Like it can even Will-O-Wisp. Like, not that this one will, but you know, it's got so many moves. It is potentially a really nice Pokemon. I'm kind of surprised that people didn't really latch onto it, but I suppose the presence of you know, Talonflame and endless Intimidates with Lander has kind of put people off doing that, but I think it's got potential. So come on then. Yeah, no disrespect. I just want to put the timer on him and try and wrap this game up. Would be nice. So the regional is in just a few days now, which is a bit scary. I haven't been to a Pokemon tournament, like not a proper Pokemon tournament since the Worlds really, so that's a little bit worrying. Oh, Bulk Up. Ooh, that's interesting. Very interesting. And if it is max speed, this is going to be a speed tie. Yeah. That's a bit worrying. Okay, so if I play Rough into the Aegislash and he goes for a King Shield, then Azumarill can still knock out the Gallade with a Play Rough. So I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to hope I'll win this speed time. Ooh. If he was max speed there, yeah, and I should, wow, that did a lot of damage actually. Oh, it's Life Orb. Oh, but my Play Rough misses. Ouch. Now that was painful. Right. We might have to win another speed tie here now. That was painful. I'm going to Thunderbolt the Aegislash and Protect here. Yeah, a Thunderbolt in Blade form should do a lot of damage to it. Yeah, that is quite a lot of damage. And he predicts that nicely. Yeah, good for him. If he's got Shadow Sneak here, then I'm still in a pretty bad position. But, yeah. I was going to say if he used King Shield last turn, then I could have encored him into that as well. Gallade itself can Shadow Sneak, actually. Yeah, even though you're plus, what, 5? No, plus 4 defense there. It's not going to survive this plus 5. Play rough. And, yeah, that's the game over, isn't it? So, by some miracle, we've won these 3 games. Because honestly, I don't think this team is that good, but it's something a bit different. You know, I don't want to use the same team, you know, endlessly on YouTube, because I'm sure you will get a little bit fed up of them. But nice to finish the video with my favourite little pair here, Raichu and Azumarill, bopping along together. So thanks for watching this, guys, and you know, have fun at the regional if I don't do any more videos before then. Goodbye for now. You know, please like it and share it and all those other things. So cheers, guys, and goodbye.